Has been this monstrous storm complex out in the nation's midsection, bringing severe weather to the deep south. And this is all going to come towards the northeast overnight into tomorrow morning with a major severe weather threat here, at least one that's somewhat unusual for these parts coming at this hour of the morning and this substantial of a threat. The main outlook overnight is for the deep south, but this will start to shift to the south and east. This is the tornado risk. Most significant western Georgia down through Alabama into western Mississippi, and we have a rather low tornado risk overnight. This is until about 7 o'clock in the morning, but remember, I told you the main threat is going to come after that up until about noontime. So here's the outlook for tomorrow, and this is one of the more substantial tornado risks you'll see in Virginia. We're in the 10% area. What that means is the Storm Prediction Center forecaster feels that an EF tornado of EF2 or greater is possible within 25 miles of any point in this area. That is a pretty significant outlook for us, so take this seriously. Stay in touch overnight. When you get up in the morning, be sure to stay in touch with us and the National Weather Service for any warnings that are issued. Here's what we've got going on right now. We have these waves of rain coming on through. It breaks up a little bit to the southwest and then picks up in extreme southwestern Virginia. Here are the threats for tomorrow morning. I don't think flooding is going to be a major concern or hail, but certainly the damaging winds. There's a high threat for damaging winds in any of these storms and a pretty decent threat for us, a moderate risk of some tornadoes breaking out, particularly across southern Virginia. Here's how we see it overnight. Waves of rain coming on through, picking up again by 5 a.m. A line of thunderstorms developing to the west comes through town just after 7. So 8 o'clock in the morning, going pretty good over the area. And any of these storm cells could contain torrential rain and certainly the damaging winds and the possibility of a tornado kicking up out of any of these storm cells. This is 10 o'clock in the morning. The trend for some of our model data has been to break this up right over central Virginia. If that happens, that's not a bad thing, but I wouldn't take that to the bank at this point. Just prepare for the worst. As we go up to noontime, the storms start to shift a little bit to the east, but the winds, even outside of these individual storms, are going to be kicking up with gusts to 50 or 60 miles an hour, and the entire area is under a wind advisory. So very, very windy tomorrow afternoon, although the skies will brighten. In terms of potential rainfall, the models are kind of all over the map with this, but certainly where we see significant storms, 1 to 2 inches, maybe some locally higher amounts than that. Here's the wind forecast. Pay attention to this. Midnight, gusts 30 miles an hour. That's what we've seen through the evening, but picks up about 6 o'clock in the morning, some gusts up to 40. And as we go through mid-morning, potential gusts over 50 miles an hour, maybe even 60 in a few locations going into midday and even into the afternoon hours. It's going to be really blustery out there, and then these winds will gradually start to diminish tomorrow night. So really, really windy conditions. Overnight, temperatures don't drop all that much, within a few degrees of 60. Look at the highs tomorrow. Because the winds will be out of the south and southwest, it's going to warm up. Even with the rain coming through, by afternoon, we get up into the low 80s. A quick peek at the week ahead, as we usually do Sunday night. A blustery start to the week, possible severe morning storms, and then cooler the rest of the week. A wet Wednesday and maybe some snow well north and west. Stay in touch over the next couple of days for details on that. And still kind of cool next weekend with a few showers to start on Saturday. So overnight, showers continue. Some thunderstorms by daybreak. The severe weather threat is highest between 6 in the morning and noontime. Later in the day, skies will brighten up, but a very windy, warm start to the week. Tuesday will be cooler with some sunshine, mid-60s. There's that rain on Wednesday. And again, it'll be cold enough north and west, well north and west. We may see some snow out there, then dry Thursday and Friday, and a few showers to start off next weekend.